Hello everyone, it's been a while, so welcome back. In this video, we're gonna talk about some kind of pillars in life that we should have in order to not to lose ourselves in just one thing while putting all of our energy in this. And also in this video, I'll try to explain how to trust life more and how to make the whole process of trusting more smooth and easy for you. First of all, I really do recommend you to stop creating these scenarios in your head, how you have to get that thing, how you have to achieve that result. Because once you established this image in your head, you start believing that this is the only way you can get this. But God, the universe, whatever you believe in, they know better. And sometimes their plan does not match yours. It doesn't mean that something isn't meant for you or you cannot get it, you're not able of that or anything. It just means that this certain thing can unfold for you in other way. So why wouldn't we allow this to flow? Why wouldn't we allow life just flow? And to have this belief in our head that eventually everything is going to work out for you, no matter how it seems. I think we're afraid of trust in life so much because we're afraid of facing uncertainty. This is the biggest one because our brain wired this way to be afraid of unpredictability because it's not freaking safe. We cannot possibly know what's going to happen next. But there is so much power in uncertainty. I do believe that every person that achieves something great and meaningful in life can face uncertainty at some level because it's so freaking important to learn this skill. So the fear of uncertainty is basically one of the biggest thing that are preventing us from trusting life. Because, like, how do I know this is gonna work out for me? The thing is, you cannot know this. No matter what you do, no matter how much you try to control life, you never know what's gonna happen. Control is an illusion. I love this quote so much. It says, "You're so much afraid of letting go of control, but you never had control. All you had was anxiety." And it's so freaking true if you start analyzing all your past, literally. You just try to convince yourself that you have some kind of control, but it always leads only to more fears, anxiety, and eventually you're just not satisfied anyway. So when we're talking about trust in life, actually we should talk about the concept of trusting uncertainty and trusting that I can handle whatever comes my way, because it's very hard for our brain to just accept, yeah, I trust life, whatever, like, of course I trust life, of course. No, 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 no. We should work with this concept somatically. We should get rid of this belief that uncertainty can carry something fearful for us. We should get rid of this belief that uncertainty can be a threat to us. Of course it can, but maybe it's not. And when you're in this belief that it's going to be 100% an awful situation if I just let go and trust, of course it's going to happen, because you don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. We all know that, right? So maybe the first thing you should do is to try to shift your focus from how do I trust life to how do I trust that uncertainty is not that bad, it's not that awful for me. A great exercise for this can be just writing down all situations from your past when you could handle uncertainty and when eventually things did work out for you. Because it's easy to say in your brain that, yeah, it kind of did work out for me, whatever. It's not the same thing when you write down and you can see this with your eyes. You can kind of feel this physical evidence. Next very important thing in the process of trust in life is to have something else in life except your dream or one desired result. Because when you can rely only on one result or just one area of your life where you put in all your energy, all your effort, and then eventually it might not work out for you, because life happens. Doesn't matter. It may be just not related to you, or it's not in your even power. It's just higher plan that you cannot see, and the things they are always unfolding in your best interest. But sometimes we cannot believe it, we cannot just see it, and we're just in this freeze or flight mode, and we're just like, oh my God, what's happening? What is wrong with me? We're trying to find reasons because we're trying to get control. But it is not that hard for you to go through these phases when you have something else in life to rely on. Whether it's another interest, hobby, another source of money, anything. Just some areas in life when you can still be developing, you still can put in your effort, you're still getting some results, desired one. It helps your nervous system so much to restore this confidence in yourself and in your life too, because once again, your nervous system can see nothing actually is falling apart right now. Yes, something in life did not work out for me right now, but it's just my perception of this. Maybe later I can see the results of any other kind of type. I wasn't just aware enough in the past to realize that. And this is only because you have something else in life to rely on. Once again, hobbies, friends, source of money, anything where you can put your energy and when you can feel and see some confidence. Because when you have just one area of your life and you're putting everything there, when something goes wrong, of course you're gonna fall apart. Of course you're gonna feel worth ever because you had one thing in life and it broke. Also, it's much easier to go through phases of change again when you have something else in life, not just one area, because sometimes things not particularly did not work out for you, but they've changed. And again, you're this in season of unpredictability. You don't know what's going next, but at least you have some different pillars of life on which you can rely on. And because your nervous system does not lose this confidence in life and in yourself, it is much easier to trust life. Of course you will cry sometimes. Of course you will feel like nothing is ever working out for you because this negative phase happens and you have to go through this. You have to allow yourself to feel these feelings in order to let them go and not to carry them in your future. Actually, anytime when you start thinking, oh my God, it is not working out for me. This is all, that's everything is so awful and all of that. It all happens with us. But it's so important not to swallow in this and instead, don't stop thinking about this. You can't. Shift your focus. Shift your focus to the closest positive thought you can reach to. Whatever it is, your dog, your parents, your friends, sun, weather, project you've been working on, something that did work out for you, something you're still striving for. Anything, one positive thought can change the whole game. Because remember the rule that our mind can focus only on one thing. And when you're thinking about something positive, you cannot at the same time think about something negative. And that's beautiful. That's like amazing. I love this. I know this is gonna sound like another platitude, but everything is always working out for me, no matter how it seems. Because your path is yours. You chose it. You've created this with God long before you came to this earth. There cannot be possibly something wrong with this. Your path can be difficult sometimes. Sometimes it can be easy, happy. Sometimes it will be pretty sad, but it's yours. Own it. Because once you own it, you can allow yourself to see this not as a failure, but as a blessing. And once you see any detour in life as a blessing, there is no failure for you. Anyone who clicks on a video like this, oh my God, you have such a great potential. You cannot even imagine that. Don't squander it on your fears, anxiety, being afraid of uncertainty, and all of that. You don't have to be perfect in order to have what you want. You don't have to have perfect trust in order to feel safe, at ease, and all of that. Allow yourself to experience this journey, but with love, with understanding, and with self-acceptance. It really helps. It just becomes the moment of reconnection with yourself and with the life itself. Any detour life has for you is meant to show you something that you could not possibly see otherwise. And that's a blessing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have something to add, please feel free to comment below. I'll be very interested to read your thoughts. I wish you the best day ever, and please make sure that you are on your side. And remember, you are more powerful than you think you are. Till the next time. Mwah.